Hello, everybody. My name is Rain Rude, formerly known as Rain Main. I had another YouTube channel. I still do, actually. I think just got to find a password for it if I decide to upload videos on there. But basically, I'll be uploading videos about some very tough topics to tackle that a lot of people don't want to tackle or are afraid to tackle. But I ain't scared, so I'm gonna do it. Today's topic is, as a black man, why should black men get married when they become successful? Because my thing is, I've been in some down periods of my life, and I've been in some up periods of my life. And I've, of course, if you're gonna be in either one, if you're gonna be in the up period, you had to go through a transition. Here's my thing about that. I know that a lot of women out there, specifically black women, is who I'm talking about. You know, you want a man with his so-called shit together and this, that, and the other, car, house, or whatever the case may be. Nothing wrong with those expectations. Nothing at all. You should not want a man that can't do nothing for you. Like, absolutely, that can bring absolutely nothing to the table. I'm not talking about those men. But there are men out here who are in transition and getting their lives together. And there are some women who are in transition and getting their lives together. Number one, you want to define what having your life together means. It varies from person to person. Because I know at one point in my life, like currently, I can't drive due to a medical condition. But at one point in time, but I will be able to drive hopefully soon. But at one point in time, I had a decent car. I had a decent place to live. That was mine, that is. And I had a okay job. It wasn't the best job in the world, but it was okay. And it's like I continuously, once I did decide to try to date and meet someone, I continually got turned down because I didn't have enough. And it's not just me that goes through this. There are a lot of black men who go through that. Like, I don't consider myself a bad looking guy or anything like that. I know I ain't ugly. I know that much. You know, my hygiene straight. You know, I have the car, have the house or apartment at the time, and had a job, which I always hear those are like the minimum requirements or whatever to get a woman, whatever. Because I know guys who ain't got none of this shit and ain't trying to get none of those things that have good women that take care of them. But I'm trying to figure out what is the benefit of when I do get to a high level of life, you know, higher up on the financial ladder. Why should I want to get married then? If I built everything that I have and I get to a good place financially, not just an okay place, but a good place financially. I'm financially secure. I'm not wanting for anything, basically. I'm able to take care of my kids the way that I want to, actually spoil my kids a little bit. I have to. Why should I feel obligated then to look for somebody? You know, because me personally, I'm the type of person that if I built it by myself, I'm going to want to keep it by myself. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to feel obligated to go out and find somebody there and, oh, okay, I got all this shit now, you know, now I'm financially good. Now I can look for somebody and to share that with. No. Now, once again, I'm not trying to this is not about telling women who they should and shouldn't be with. That is not what this is about. Everyone, male or female, has a right to their standards. You have a right to want what you want. You have a right to like what you like. You like what you like. I just find it funny that as I progress and climb that financial ladder, now all of a sudden I should try to find someone, and this is just stuff that I get from the black women in the African American community. Now all of a sudden I should try to find somebody to share that with. For what? If you didn't help me get it, then why am I gonna want to share it with you? Why should I feel obligated to share that with you? That don't, to me, that's never made sense. It doesn't make sense now. Because when things were okay, I had the so-called minimum requirements. That wasn't good enough. I always lost out to someone who had more material things than me. And what's crazy is that I would lose out to men that will still stand with their parents or had roommates or something like that, but mainly to people that stayed with their parents. Those were the main people I would lose out to. And I'm like, damn, of course he has more money than me. He's living with his fucking parents. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with living with your parents. I know a lot of people want to put timelines on when they should move out of their parents' house or when a man should move out of their parents' house. I never have. I put a timeline on me. I put a timeline on myself. I moved out of my folks' house when I was 19 years old. I'm a veteran in the United States Air Force. I was in the military. So I moved out of the house when I was a teenager. But I'm not saying that every person should do that. I'm not sitting here to say you can't be 30 years old living with your folks. But what I'm saying is I used to always lose out to guys like that. Yes, a lot of times, especially in your 20s, I'm 34 now, but especially in your 20s, or hell, even in your 30s, if you got this guy over here who's paying his own car note, who has a job, but especially a guy like me who pays child support, which I don't complain about child support. I'll probably make a video about that one day itself. But who's basically taking care of his business. I thought that that's what type of man that y'all wanted. A man who was taking care of his business. But it's like the red, yellow, and green light. It's like guys in the red and guys in the green are the ones that's winning. It's not the guys in the yellow. Which the yellow is not a bad place to be. Typically, what I like to consider the yellow is, of course, the middle. You got a guy who has his own things, but is having to work his ass off to maintain those things. Are you telling me that guy who you see is grinding he's working to get somewhere better in his life? What's so bad about that? What's so bad about a guy who's always working, or in my case at the time, hell, I was working and going to school. I barely had time for my kids because I was always either at work or at school because the military pays for me to go to school and I get extra money for that. But what's wrong with having a guy like that you see is going places? It's not like he's sitting on his ass at the house waiting for things to come to him. He's working his ass off and going out and getting those things. He's working his ass off to pay his car note or to pay his rent, to pay utilities. These are things, now maybe car note, but these are things that someone living with their parents or even having a roommate does not have to stress as much about, maybe not even at all, as a guy who has it on his own or getting it by himself. So you turn that guy down, and that's okay. But why should that guy give you a chance or want to come back to you when he is at a certain level financially? You won with him in the process of that, but now you want him. Damn, somebody calling me. Now you want him once he's got those things. That don't make sense. It's unfair to me. That's borderline using, and it's kind of gold digging in a way. Not fully gold digging, but it's kind of gold digging. It's like you want it, that sends the message to me, it sends the message that you want a guy for what he has, as opposed to a guy that's well, I'm not saying a guy that has these things are not a real man, but real men sometimes have to work and progress to get to that level where they have these things, where they're at a level financially where they can take care of them and another person. And really, a lot of times, if these guys have kids, I know some men out there that don't take care of their kids, especially black men. I know some men out there that don't take care of their kids. But that man is already showing to you that he can take care of another person if he taking care of himself and his kids. Because I know single mothers get a lot. I know there's more single mothers out there than there is single fathers. I know that it's more women taking care of their kids than men. I definitely think that that's true. I definitely believe that. But if a man is taking care of his kids, he's just struggling to pay bills, but he's paying them. It's just a struggle. Why not build with that man? That man is not asking you to take care of him. Some of them is. But no, if a man, I take that back. Because if a man is sitting up here working for his, he ain't looking for you to take care of him. He just looking for somebody to build with. And if you build with that same guy that's sitting here working his ass off to get to a certain level financially, y'all can build together. Now, me personally, yes, if I meet a woman that understands my situation that I am building, I'm not there yet where I want to be financially, because my financial ceiling might be higher than the next person. It might be lower, and that's okay. It's different for everyone. But if you build with me, then yeah. Then I think, I can't speak for everybody, but I think most black men will be more willing to get married when they get to a certain level financially. That's why a lot of black men don't want to marry black women when they get to that level. It's not the fact that we like white women and other races of women that damn much. It's that they are more patient. You know, I've been with white women in a state where I've tried to date black women, I've tried to date white women, or other race, well, mainly black and white. When I'm at I'm in transition. I got a few things. I got some things, but I'm struggling. Not necessarily struggling. Sometimes it can be struggling, but I'm working my ass off to keep. Basically, most of my coins are going towards what I have because I'm trying to maintain it until I get to a point where I don't have to work as hard, or every penny does not have to go into what I have. I'm working to pay off my car note, so once the car note is paid off, then I have more financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good men out there that are like that. Those men, honestly, are going to be the most humble and maybe best black men that you're going to meet. The one that's on the come up. Y'all can come up together. What happened to a couple, two people coming up together? Why does one person, and I know some guys like this too, but I mostly see it in black women. I'm just going to be real. What happened to two people building together and coming up together? That's why you see a lot of these that's why older married couples last longer than younger married couples. Because they came up together. They were in the mud together. And they built what they have. Now, yeah, some of them still had to work their ass off, unfortunately, to keep what they got. But they built that together. And that builds for a strong foundation in your marriage. What that shows us black men is that, okay, she was with me there. She was there with me in the hard times where I didn't have all this, and me and her came together and built this. Yes, I do believe that most black men would be more willing to get married if that's the case, as opposed to him already having to build and get to this level. Now he got to bring you up to his level now. That's just me personally, and I think a lot of black men feel that way. Hell, if you ain't gonna help me get it, I don't want you when I get it. I'm gonna want somebody who already got it, just like you want somebody who already got it. But I just want y'all opinions and comments, and please subscribe, please comment. My name is Ryan Rude, and y'all will be seeing a lot of me, especially this summer. Just basically stating my opinion on a lot of things and wanting answers on a lot of things. Like I said, please comment, please subscribe. My name is Rain Rude, and I just want to know what is the benefit of a black man getting married when he becomes successful. Thank you.